I think the future is far more important than the past.
South Africa has many individuals who have life stories that inspire. One of those individuals is Pretorius. Join me for Breakfast with Brand, a man who was responsible for one of the biggest corporate turnarounds in our recent history. So Brand, you were involved in the motor industry for 38 years. And you say that you are retired now, which I don't believe. But if you can tell us a little bit about what it is that you dedicate your life to now.
So what I decided to do when I retired was to split my life into learning and teaching and serving. So very briefly, the learning part comprises directorships of companies outside of the motor industry so that I can learn new things. The teaching part is all about mentoring and coaching, and I lecture at a university or two. And the serving part is I'm trying to assist a number of non-profit organizations to improve the quality of education. Education represents the key to a better future. So therefore the learning and the teaching and the serving and the latter focusing on education.
Each one of these three things is particularly intriguing for me. So if we can talk about those three things. Why would you want to dedicate your time now as a retiree to learning? Why is it important to keep learning?
Yeah, we live in such a fascinating world, and every day I go through an intense learning process because things are changing, new developments occur, and I need the intellectual stimulation, and I'm curious. I enjoy asking questions, and the last thing I want to do is to sit at home on the stoop, just reminiscing about days gone by. I think the future is far more important than the past, and I must ensure that my toolkit remains up to date. So I believe very strongly that knowledge is real wealth, because nobody can take it away from you.
I would like to ask the opposite of that. What is the risk if a person does not dedicate his life to learning?
Yeah, I think such a person runs a huge risk of becoming obsolete in terms of his or her knowledge base. Runs the risk of being left behind, runs the risk of having a knowledge base which could become irrelevant. So I believe it's imperative that one should capitalize on this knowledge explosion. And I sometimes sit on an aeroplane and I see people flying from here to the US just sitting and sleeping, and then, and I know it's wrong, I just want to give them a little nudge and say, talk, listen, learn, study, observe, because we live in the most fascinating period of the history of humankind.
Very encouraging.